Archewell, of course, is the Harry and Meghan charity. But what's odd about this, your paper reveals, is that although they're getting lots of money from broadcasting and so on themselves, the charity hasn't raised very much, Andrew.
Yeah, barely, not even £40,000, and it's been running for a year. And when you consider the huge pomp and pageantry and circumstance that went with that launch, they're an incredibly high-profile media couple. They're in the media a lot, all around the world. To think they've raised barely £40,000, and in fact, they've spent more money that they've raised on legal fees because they've been winding up the previous charity, which was the Sussex Royal Charity, because that was deemed to be not really in line with the way the royal family wanted them to conduct themselves. So no, I'm not criticising them. It's just surprising that, considering how much hype there was around the launch, you'd think millions were pouring into that charity and that they'd be doing great good works, because they have been out there in LA for a very long time now. They're living the life, they're living the luxury lifestyle in that superb house with got more bathrooms than I've what is it, on 9 bathrooms or something. So it's just a surprise. I'm sure they'll say they'll get the charity up and running soon, but it's not a great start for it.
No, I mean, he's been running nearly a couple of years now. I'm trying to work this out. Is it that because when they do things, they tend to earn money themselves rather than working for the charity, Storm? Is that what's going on?
I think 2 things are going on here. First of all, they have to earn their own living at the moment, so that's happening, and they're getting loads and loads of criticism for doing that, and they're earning quite a bit of money themselves, which they have to, because I think they have a very expensive...
Well, you've got 9 bathrooms, that's a lot of dental
Well, exactly, a very expensive lifestyle because of who they are. They have to get security, that's very expensive, and all the rest of it. I mean, having never set up a charity myself, I kind of looked at that and thought, well, this is just really harsh criticism, because actually, I think it takes quite a while to get something up and running and things really going. And maybe what they're doing now is setting the foundations and setting the infrastructure for this charity to be really successful in the coming years. But sometimes you have to invest a little to be able to do that. So maybe that's why the number looks so low.
Yeah, can you work out why this is, Shay? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm really confused why Andrew is talking about a couple and how many bedrooms and bathrooms they have. That's got nothing to do with the Archewell charities. So let's, clarify and completely, if you could let me make my point, let's make the difference here. This is a charity, and I think Storm is absolutely right. Charities can take a number of years before they are able to raise, the hundreds of thousands or millions of pounds that Andrew is talking about. The point is they have raised £37,000. I suspect if you were to speak to Harry and Meghan, they would want that to be more. But I don't really see what the story is here. They are raising money. It's a charity. It takes time. They have moved to LA. They have 2 children. There's a lot going on, and it's a pandemic.
Yeah, hang on. Let me tell you what's going on here. They've been running this charity for 2 years. The reason I mentioned their home with 9 bathrooms is because they're more intent on making money for themselves to fund their fabulous multi-millionaire lifestyle. That's what's going on.
Excuse me.
Harry's
That's
writing
very
a memoir.
slanderous.
They've done TV. Hang on, I'm speaking. They've done TV. They're doing TV programs. They're not doing anything with the charity because they're concentrating on making money for themselves. Sure, that's up to them. That's their priority. But they should perhaps have thought about that when they launched that charity in such a blaze of publicity all that time ago.
Go on then, Shay.
Yeah, I would like an opportunity to speak rather than being shouted down. Thank you very much. That's quite slanderous what you're saying. If you want to accuse a charity of, taking money or using it for their personal gain, then do that. This is not the case here. You're talking about a charity that is raising money. That's that's the implication, isn't it? You're talking about focusing on.
Hang on, Shay. Let's just be clear. There's a lot of undisputed territory here. Let's say you come to Harry and you say, listen, I've got a great idea. We're going to put you in a jungle with lots of other celebrities. We're going to have a program around it. We'll pay you 40 million. Harry can say, all right, but I want that to go to the charity, right? He hasn't said that. That's the point about this story, Shay. What he says is, yeah, that's my earnings. Thank you very much. I'll pay tax on it. Now, he's made a choice there. He hasn't done anything for the charity yet.
The point and what I'm trying to make on this is that there are many, many celebrities who will work for a charity, who will have established a charities, and they do need to be paid. Now, I don't know how much he's getting paid, so we'd need to get those details to discuss that. The point here is it's only 2 years since this charity is opened. We're in the midst of a pandemic, and you're absolutely right. They've gone to LA, they've got 2 children. I just don't see what the issue is. They're raising money, so allow them to do that. Maybe assess it in a couple of years when the charity is more established.
I know you want to come back in, Andrew. Go on, one sentence, Andrew.
Look, it's a pitiful amount of money they've raised in 2 years when you consider the access they've got to the media, when you consider their celebrity, whenever anything they say is worldwide news. They just obviously think making money for themselves is more important at the moment than raising money for the charity. That's not making any inference about any wrongdoing. It's their choice of priorities.